like and subscribe.
Righty.
Lord of the Mysteries is actually very simple and easy to understand.
What?
I'm just kidding. I am about to watch it for the first time though, and I don't expect it to feed me all the answers in the first few episodes, especially when the word mystery is literally in the title. So yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable.
Dude, what is it? Because I hear people say Lord of the Mysteries, Lord of Mysteries, Lord... Bro, which one?
Not immediately understanding everything. I may not be a rocket surgeon, but I have seen a ton of anime, so it can't be that confusing, right? How complicated can it really be? All right.
I kind of get it. Beyonders are basically magic powered people, demigods, kinda. But then some are like super strong than the others. You get your powers from like I called it a skill tree. And you level yourself up by drinking potions like that. You know what I'm saying, dude? You know what I'm saying? By the way, I did do full reactions uncut, which is available for members if you click the join button down below. But if you don't want to pay and you're over 18, join my Discord, also linked down below. The links are there for them for free. Join the Discord.
So that intro was absolutely insane. I have no idea what I just saw. I won't even attempt to understand any of that yet, but it looked fantastic. The visuals are incredible so far, and this studio is cooking. Whoever's animating this definitely deserves a higher social credit score. Anyway, this guy, our guy, the protagonist, he's not who he is. If I'm not mistaken, Klein Moretti was murdered by himself, and after that, the main character was transported
murdered by himself. Jesus Christ.
Into Klein's
That's one way to say it.
Body and becomes him. And the gunshot wound heals itself or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's a Beyonder.
Wait, they just said transmigrating. No way. Am I watching an isekai right now? So I guess
yes.
main character was just a regular...
What's wrong with that, man? That's my dog. That's my jam.
Average guy from Earth, but now his new name is Klein because that was the name of the person whose body he's inhabiting. And Klein had an ancient book that seems to be the driving force of the plot right now.
Does it? Don't. I'm trying to advertise my Discord to the YouTube watchers, man. Don't scare them away. What the hell?
But more importantly, Klein also had a sister. It took one female character for me to start simping, guys. I was hoping Klein would take his sister's toothbrush and make a Monogatari reference, but
stop.
Instead he went out to run
No, don't do that. Don't. There's a reason why I'm never gonna watch that series, because of the fucking brother sister like toothbrush scene.
And it seems like somebody's
You only learned this from me. Yeah, and I only learned this from Skull, so it's
following him. So he hides in a fortune teller's tent where he gets the Fool tarot card, which is also the title of this first episode.
And you know what's funny? Because like this was after I played Cyberpunk. Guys, I gotta bring up Cyberpunk somehow, man. And there's tarot cards in that as well. So like I was trying to use my Cyberpunk knowledge of tarot cards in watching this.
What happens next was so crazy. I actually had to rewatch the entire episode from the beginning just to understand it, but I think I got it now. Back on Earth, our main character thought he was doing a good luck ritual, but it turned out to be a transmigration ritual that sent him here. I don't know how he ended up in Klein's body, but he tries doing the same ritual again, hoping that it would send him back to Earth, but instead it sends him to this gray fog dimension. And somehow he accidentally summons two random people as well, so he appears to have tremendous power in this realm. He's able to manipulate things and create structures by using this...
Holy horrifying. This sold it for me. Like, I don't know. I guess it might be weird for some people, but if you watch Solo Leveling, he aura farms in it, sure, whatever. I personally think Solo Leveling is mid. But this, I like it. This type of aura farming is great for me because I like to see the other side. Like, what does he actually think, you know?
Gay fog. But instead of being all shy and he's able to manipulate things and create structures by using this gay fog. But instead of being all shy and confused like every other anime protagonist,
gay fog
adapts immediately and starts aura farming.
Yes. Yes. This sold the series for me like immediately. Holy.
A protagonist would. Klein adapts immediately and starts aura farming.
Cinema.
After the people he summoned ask him who he is and what's going on, Klein plays it off as if he meant to bring them here, and he tells them that his name is the Fool. Honestly, I love this part because I was totally expecting him to be like, where am I? But instead, he's just like, yeah, I am a god. I thought it was funny when the girl asked him a question he didn't know the answer to, so he's just like, this guy will answer your question. He's just such a badass, and I still don't really understand everything that's happening, but this whole anime is extremely cool so far.
It is. Oh my god, this anime is the best, man. This is my type of horror farming.
I can tell the lore runs deep in this story.
Yes, Irons from Overlord. True. But I like this more because it's like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think I like this a little bit more in terms of like how their character interacts with like the outside world, you know.
Though most of the terminology means nothing to me right now, I can guarantee the author spent years imagining this world and perfecting its culture and politics and history, and I just can't wait to see how everything ties together later on. I can't stress enough how much fun it is to be welcomed into a brand new world where I don't know shit. Every plot point is new and exciting, and there's just endless.
Same. What? Oh, I kind of wish I didn't start liking. I wish I didn't get into reading manga and manhwa before, and now that I have, dude, there's not that many shows out there that like I haven't already read something about it, or like at least one chapter. This was like, no pun intended, a complete mystery for me personally, and it was really good.
Possibilities because I haven't been spoiled yet, and that's a feeling that I dearly miss from series like Mushoku Tensei, Re:Zero, and other anime that I read the novel for, because being an anime only is so much better, so I'm gonna try to savor this blissful ignorance of being
I'm not gonna read this ahead.
Because right now, I'm having a great time. I am a bit disappointed to see that there's only gonna be 13 episodes. Honestly, I was hoping for 25, but anyway, just finished episode.
Oh, this was made before finish for him. Okay.
2, and I think I understand the power system now. I'm gonna try to explain it, so please correct me if any of this is wrong, but from my understanding, by drinking a very special and intricate potion, people can become Beyonders, which are basically people with abilities beyond a normal human. And these Beyonders are classified by 22 different pathways, which are like the classes you pick at the start of a video game. You know, Stealth Archer, Warrior, Wizard, Stealth Archer,
literal skill tree, man.
Each pathway has 9 sequences, which are like Pokemon evolutions, where you get stronger every sequence until at the end you're practically a god. And typically in this type of story, they like to go hella deep with it, so I bet there's even something beyond the final sequence if I had to bet. Try not to spoil
something beyond the Beyonders. Right,
me if you know. The main character, Klein, chooses the Seer pathway, which appears to be a non-combat class for the most part, or I guess it's more accurate to call him a support character. He's not gonna win a 1v1 with a warrior, but he's able to do some utility like finding missing people and stuff. Obviously, down the line, he'll probably get some more abilities and maybe even some combat ones. I have no idea what direction.
Yeah, potions have a lot of restrictions. I don't know too much about it, but I would assume. Wait, don't they need to like kind of find what their next step is? That on their like beyond the evolution. I'm pretty sure. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure they need to like find what the next potion in line is or something.
The story is going, but I do have a suspicion, a bit of a game theory if you will. I think our main character isn't just a sequence 9. There's just something about him that feels more special than that, especially in the Grey Fog realm where he's definitely more powerful than a sequence 9. I don't know. Update, I just watched episode 3, which got really bad reviews for some reason. I think people were review bombing it because they like to hate on whatever's currently popular at the time, but that was probably one of the best anime fights I've ever seen. Animation absolutely popped off, and seeing all the different abilities each character has is just amazing. So far, I really love this anime. Alright, so episode 4 was good. It is getting a bit more confusing though. I know it's a mystery anime with the word mystery in the title, but sometimes I'm so lost that it feels like I'm watching the second season.
If you can have great mystery, but like sometimes, it depends though, because I think like some of the stories that Agatha Christie wrote were like you could probably like pick up certain things and you can probably discover like who actually did it by looking at all the clues that are presented to you, or you can wait for the detective to like actually tell you at the end, which was mostly me because I was too young to pick up anything.
of an anime that I didn't watch the first season for. Honestly, the ending scene of episode 4 with the upside down floating goddess or whatever was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I think they said it's called the True Creator, although it probably would have been a lot harder if I knew more about it. I think the problem actually is not the anime itself, but our expectations. We've gotten so used to understanding every anime after just watching it once, and this is a different kind of anime that most people are unfamiliar with. Elden Ring, for example, is my favorite game of all time, except it's borderline impossible to understand the story just by playing it. Understanding the lore of Elden Ring requires multiple playthroughs and heavy external research just to begin to understand it. It's not just
watch someone else's video.
Elden Lord. It's about a number of invisible outer gods competing for influence over the lands between, but you would never know that just from playing the game once because it chooses not to shove it in your face. And I think Lord of the Mysteries is similar, where you could just watch it and enjoy the beautiful animation, but if you do a bit of independent research outside of that, you'll probably end up enjoying it a lot more. Honestly, the biggest
I don't want to learn anything about this. Like I'm enjoying it way too much.
problem I have with Lord of the Mysteries is not the pacing, it's actually as simple as the speed of the subtitles. Sometimes it feels like they expect you to read 2 full paragraphs of dialogue in less than a second, and while I have no problem pausing or rewinding, there's a lot of people out there who just won't do that for whatever reason. So unless you know Mandarin, I think the subtitle speed is an unnecessary barrier to understand.
Yeah, I watch stuff in dub now, and even in this, dude, I prefer. Oh man, should I say it in this video? Fine, I'll say it in this video. I, for some reason, have a weird thing about Chinese, about Mandarin in anime. It doesn't sound right to me personally, but I watch other stuff in Mandarin. Fine, I'm fine with that. The dub for this is pretty good though.
Anime. The English dub could probably fix this problem, but a lot of people just refuse to watch dubs, so it's just a different kind of anime, and you're not.
Yeah, people, dude, the purists are like, no, I love Chinese people, man. I love them. You know, deep fried, you know, sous vide. No, in all honesty, it's just with anime for some reason. But yeah, true, I'm a duck. I should have some beef with Chinese people, you know what I'm saying? It's law wise, it's very accurate. But people who hate on dubs need to rope it. I'm kidding.
Just won't do that for whatever reason. So unless you know Mandarin, I think the subtitle speed is an unnecessary barrier to understanding this anime. The English dub could probably fix this problem, but a lot of people just refuse to watch dubs. So it's just a different kind of anime, and you're not
those people are losers.
The same way you watch a high school rom-com. Aside from being confusing though, this anime is absolutely incredible. The fight scenes are so good, the visuals and animation are phenomenal, and it also has.
And then people are like, oh, if you watch it dubbed, it's gonna they changed some of the script. Okay, turn on the subtitles then. That's how we watched it. We watched it dubbed and had the subtitles on.
Some of the best music I've ever heard in an anime. I mean, the fact that something I don't even understand is capable of keeping me this enthralled with it is a pretty impressive indicator that it's probably peak. So would I recommend
confused
this anime
and I like it.
To a broad audience? Absolutely yes, but that recommendation does come with a disclaimer. If you just want to watch some cool fights.
True. I kind of recommended this to Tyler, but I had to like kind of, you know, tell him a couple of things, you know, CG, the heavy use of CG, even though it's like really good in my opinion, apart from certain scenes are terrible, you know, when it's mostly CG and then there's one like 2D drawing, it looks jarring.
With good animation, don't worry because there's plenty of that. But if you plan on analyzing and deeply understanding this anime, then that will require some effort on your end. It's not one of those anime where you can get distracted for a second or text on your phone while watching, because it really feels like if you miss a single line of dialogue, it might be detrimental to your understanding of the series, which makes me wonder, how badly is Crunchyroll butchering the subtitles? I remember they ruined a couple plot points in ReZero by having bad subtitles, but this anime is a totally different level. I mean, it feels like every other word needs to have a hyperlink to a wiki page, so I can't even imagine what the novel readers must be going through with Crunchyroll. Anyway, I really like this anime, and so far it's probably going to be god tier in my upcoming tier list video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't.
Dude, great video. I'm still debating whether I edit and release my tier list video.